feels like somebody's using him for some dirty work, bruh. That's what it feels like. This is unreal, bruh. Like, what was that? What in the world was that? It seemed like somebody is like doing this on purpose, bruh. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really do appreciate it. This is TLP Sports Club. So listen up, man. Dillon Gabriel sucks. I'm just telling you, he sucks. We got to talk about this. This video right here is inspired by several people. Mary Kay, so many people online in comments. I want to address everybody in one shot. For my regular folks, I would have went live so that I can give you an opportunity so that we can all talk about this, read your comments, and we all go in. I don't have a lot of time, so I wanted to do this video. But Dillon Gabriel sucks. I want you to prove me differently, or I want you to prove me wrong.
BWB. Bandwagon bust.
That's right. It's your man's Harry Billion. Please do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the videos as soon as I upload it to YouTube. All right, family, I got to go ahead and get into this video real quick. So that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. I got to tell you, like, enough is enough. Dillon Gabriel has had several games to prove to the world, the NFL, other teams, in case he got traded. He's had opportunities to prove that he is capable to lead a team as QB1. He's getting every single opportunity he can get. Where is Dillon Gabriel's "do you believe now" game? Which game can you point to and say Dillon Gabriel was exceptional in that game? Pick a game, any game. When you're talking to people online, it is very hard to separate Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel. So because Shedeur, like I told you guys before, is a trigger for a lot of people, when you ask them to isolate Dillon Gabriel's game and give us an assessment of his game, it is very difficult for people to do it. You got Mary Kay on one hand. She's saying, well, Dillon Gabriel ain't all that great, but Shedeur can't be the answer, right? He'll be worse, possibly. Really? Why is it that they're so afraid of competition? We're just asking for basic competition. That's it. So if you don't want to compete, if you don't want to put Shedeur and Dillon Gabriel head to head, then just leave us alone. Leave us, the fan base, alone. We are Shedeur's fans. We don't have to like Dillon Gabriel. We don't. We can talk about him as much as we want, as long as it's within the boundaries of sports and barbershop banter. You can't force us to like Dillon Gabriel. Let's set that aside for a second, because this video is mostly about me saying that Dillon Gabriel sucks. One thing we have to understand is, like, yes, I understand he's not on the greatest of teams. The Cleveland Browns offensive line is not the greatest offensive line. It reminds you of Shedeur in Colorado. But if you remember Shedeur, I don't want to talk too much about Shedeur because it's a trigger for a lot of y'all. But if you remember Shedeur with that offensive line, he put up numbers. Dillon Gabriel's not putting up no numbers. Let's isolate Dillon Gabriel right quick. What's bothering me is the fact that there are still people out there that saying Shedeur's not ready. Dillon Gabriel is a computer. If he's a computer, then he must be ChatGPT, because when he ain't got no answers, he mixed stuff up. So people will say he's got malware. He's a Tamu order. Like, what type of computer is this? This is a DIY from India. Like, that's what I say. Eventually, you want to see a breakout game, even if you hate the guy like I do. Because I'm a Shedeur fan, so, okay, I admit, I was trying to be nice in the beginning, but now it's a full-blown call me a Dillon Gabriel hater. Straight up. All right? We're supposed to give rookies the benefit of the doubt and whatnot. I understand that, but as a Shedeur fan going against Dillon Gabriel's the enemy, straight up. And I'm just trying to be upfront with it because I'm tired of the conversations. But let's just watch this together. Like, come on, my guy. Dillon Gabriel is the one with the ball. That throw right there at the guy's feet. That's the first one. Like, really? Second one. Who's he throwing it to? I have no idea. I don't know where the ball's going. I have no idea where the ball's going. There's another one. Don't know where the ball's going. Have no idea. Like, wait, what? What was that? Like, what are we doing here? You know what it feels like? It feels like he's a guinea pig. It feels like somebody's using him for some dirty work, bruh. That's what it feels like. This is unreal, bruh. Like, what was that? What in the world was that? It seemed like somebody is like doing this on purpose, bruh. How you an NFL quarterback and you doing that kind of throw? Stop, man. It's a little screen pass. Look how far, like, You see, son is like, are you serious? You can't make that pass as a QB1? That simple pass? If this was isolated and it was like one every week, this is multiple basic stuff that we're missing. And it's starting to look like somebody online said there needs to be an investigation. They need to look into this situation. Look at this one. Sealed it. Help me out here. It's starting to look like Son is just sabotaging this stuff on purpose. Like he's in cahoots with Stefanski, and they're trying to sabotage the situation. In the entire history of the NFL, that a quarterback is performing like the way that this dude is performing, if they're not in sabotage mode together, when have you ever, if you are an NFL fan, have you ever witnessed this poor of a performance and there's another guy that you've never seen, you haven't seen all season, but you would not even bring him in for one drive? When have you ever witnessed anything like this? Never. This one right here, you've seen this already. This is supposed to be the 5th rounder, right? That's the Jets coach. I wonder what the Jets coach is saying to Shedeur right there. How is a 5th rounder somebody who don't know how to play and ready? People are asking for the jersey. Like, what? This ain't supposed to happen. That stuff ain't supposed to happen. When the Mary Kays and everybody else that I'm addressing right now, are y'all considering in any way that the Cleveland Browns are not doing him correctly at all? When y'all say he's not ready, are y'all considering that they're not giving him a chance at all? I sat here in this here seat and I said, the way that we do stuff in the Black community, if you want to crown somebody, if you want to give them the crown and say this is the best, they're going to have to play the best. They're going to have to compete against the best. But we haven't seen no competition. Kevin Stefanski said there was going to be a competition, but Shedeur hasn't had an opportunity to go against Dillon Gabriel. So if you're telling me that this is how you're doing it, we're not playing Shedeur even in garbage time, or even when the game is out of reach, we don't want to play Shedeur, then how do you explain this? He's not riding the pine because Dillon Gabriel is better than him. I'm going to repeat that. Shedeur's not riding the pine because he competed with Dillon Gabriel and Dillon Gabriel won the job. He's riding the pine because they chose Dillon Gabriel. And here's something that's controversial. Shedeur is actually getting a taste of his own medicine, because when he was with his dad, he was the man. He didn't have to fight for the job. If you believe that he wasn't good enough and he was just daddy ball, if you believe that, but then when you look at the numbers, you're like, well, I don't know if any of those other guys, Ryan Staub or anybody else that was around him was actually better than him. So in a sense, it's like, right, yeah, he's getting a taste of how that feels when you are chosen, and the other guys, they're just going to have to wait their time in case you get injured or whatever. That's what's going on here. I'll give you that, but there is no true competition. There wasn't any true competition for Shedeur to go head to head. And if you're saying that Shedeur he's afraid of competition, or he was afraid of competition, then in this situation, why don't we put them head to head? That's the only way we can tell that somebody's better than somebody. You can't keep riding this whole idea of, well, the organization knows best and they know football. And if they chose Dillon Gabriel, then it's obvious that Shedeur is not ready or he's not good. If that's what you believe, I understand it. You don't know football, I get it. If you believe that because the organizations chose someone that they must be the better candidate, I got a bridge to sell you. It's in Brooklyn. It's a little expensive, but I got a coupon. When organizations choose people, there's a lot of bureaucracy that goes along with that, politics that goes along with that. If you think that presidential candidates always win elections fairly, I got a bridge to sell you. So you think that person lost straight up? You're delusional. Shedeur has not gotten a fair shot. He has not competed with Dillon Gabriel head to head. Play Dillon Gabriel 1/2, 2 quarters, play Shedeur 2 quarters. If you believe that Shedeur will be worse, put him in the game and let's see it. But stop selling us this story about he's not ready and he will be worse, because you don't know, and you, on top of that, you are afraid to give him that opportunity. And nowhere in the history of the NFL have we seen anything like this happen before, where the game is out of hand, where you don't want to see the other guy. Because when Dillon Gabriel, like I told y'all in subsequent videos, Dillon Gabriel was brought in because you thought that Joe Flacco was worse. So how come you're not giving the same, the same courtesy that you gave Dillon Gabriel to Shedeur? You must be afraid of Shedeur. That's the only thing I can come to, because you keep telling us that he's not ready. Okay, if he's not ready, show us. You don't want to show us? Okay, then that's on you. That means that you're afraid. That's the only conclusion we got. And people keep saying it and keep saying it. But I'm trying to tell you that if you isolate Dillon Gabriel's game, Dillon Gabriel sucks. If everybody's against you, but you say you're the man, if you like that, there's supposed to be a do you believe now game, shut them up game. There's supposed to be something, but week after week after week after week, we keep saying the same thing happened, and you're trying to convince us that he's the better quarterback, but you don't want to play Shedeur? Man, come on, man. Stop with the madness. Dillon Gabriel sucks, bro. Go into the comments. Prove me wrong. Show me somewhere in his game where he doesn't suck. Don't blame the O-line, anything like the play calling. Look at it and say, this guy's a legit NFL QB1. And that's why we're not playing Shedeur, because we feel like there is something there that we need to keep working out, and eventually we're going to pull it out. When Joe Flacco went to Cincinnati, he immediately showed that there was something there that we should have kept working out. With Dillon Gabriel, we keep playing him week after week, but that something just doesn't show. There's no spark. Nothing comes out. So isolate his game and then show us that he's the guy. And if you can't do that, man, then I don't know how to help you. But son, it's not it. Bring in Billy Zappi. I don't care. Like at this point, I don't even want Shedeur to play because y'all are delusional. Trade Shedeur, let him go to a different team so that we can see him play. Tyler Shug won a game. All of the quarterbacks that Shedeur came in with, a lot of them have gotten playtime, except Shedeur, because he's not with the right organization. We keep saying that week after week. For some odd reason, y'all still, with all of the evidence out there, Dillon Gabriel, his own play, everything that you got to your disposal, you still think that Dillon Gabriel is better than Shedeur, even though they won't play Shedeur. You can have it. It's yours, bruh. But just get up out of our way, because I don't know how to explain it to you no more, because the only way you can see competition is to play them both head to head. If you're not going to play the other guy, then stop telling us that he's not good enough, because you can't keep selling us that same story. Dillon Gabriel sucks, bruh. He sucks. Barbershop talk, he sucks. Statistically, he sucks. Where he ranks in the NFL, he's the last quarterback. He sucks. There's only 32 teams. He's ranked number 32. He sucks. No matter how you spin it, he sucks. He ain't putting up nothing. Do we grade rookies like this? There's been rookies that we looked at and we saw something and we said, you know what? He's on a bad team. How many of y'all believe that Dillon Gabriel he's good, or you see a spark, you see something you want to hold on to, and he's just on a bad team? Like, you can't isolate the things that he can do well and say, well, he can do this, he can do that. And if he was to get a better team, then he will be able to be a good starting QB. Where? Name something, prove it to me. Prove me wrong that Dillon Gabriel, even though we say around here that we do not judge rookies like this, and I'm emphatically telling you that Dillon Gabriel sucks. Prove me wrong. Name something. Get something, a spark, a play, a set of plays, movement in the pocket. Give me something to prove me wrong in the comments that Dillon Gabriel has a potential future in the NFL. And this is not his last chance, the last team that will ever feature him on anything. Prove me wrong in the comments. Show me something. Give me a link. Say, Harry, go here. Click on this. Do that. Prove me wrong, please. And if you agree that Dillon Gabriel sucks, let me know too. Like, just straight up. Tell me, say, bro, Harry B, I see what you're saying, bro. I'm not a Shedeur fan, and I think you'll do a lot of glazing and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all straight up Krispy Kreme, but I got to agree with you, bro. I don't see it in Dillon Gabriel. I don't even want to see Shedeur play, but Dillon Gabriel for sure and the answer for Cleveland. Let me know. Communicate with me. Prove it to me. Tell me something, because we are exhausted. We're tired. We're the Shedeur fans. We want you to take Shedeur's name out your mouths. Leave it alone, because you cannot tell me that Dillon Gabriel cannot be assessed apart from Shedeur, and you can't tell me that Shedeur, because Shedeur's in the picture, that Dillon Gabriel must be really good. We got to keep, chipping at it, chipping away from it. I'm out of here, man. I'll talk to y'all later. See me in the comments. Let's go. I'm out.